and let me see what this Knox can do. Snap! Homeboy got bars. Hey everybody, it's your girl Rosalie. Welcome back to the ultimate world music and psychology channel. We're all about music from around the globe, exploring lyrics and music, diving deep. And today I'm excited to check out a music release by a fellow reactor whom I have a lot of respect for. Now, here's the thing. I admire Knox and the way he breaks down music, especially bars and cadences when it comes to rap music, though he reacts to all kinds of genres. Congrats to him on reaching 1 million subscribers recently. But it turns out homeboy also raps. Now, I have not really listened to much of his work. I've seen a couple of seconds here and there, but I have not really explored his skills. And it's dope because when it comes to reactors, of course, there's those who just react because they want to review music. Then there's those who come at it from a professional angle, such as vocal coaches, such as those who look at it from a psychological, therapeutic aspect. And I respect that because I'm a singer-songwriter. My master's is in counseling psychology, so you will find me either reviewing things from a psychological aspect, but you'll also see me looking at it from a musical standpoint because I'm a singer-songwriter myself. So knowing what it's like to try to create content yourself, to try to create art and bring it to the world, but also being a reactor, analyzing and reviewing other people's art, I can kind of relate to Knox, who in his own way is creating music, is doing his thing, but also reacting and reviewing artists. And so I'm intrigued to find out what this dude does, what he can do, in addition to being an awesome reactor. Real quick, before I dive in, Knox is doing a really special fundraiser right now, and I want to make sure that I attach the link here in this video. So make sure to check it out in the description and tagged in the video here. But he's doing a fundraiser to help the youth in his community, and he's already exceeded his goal, which is amazing. It looks like he has to adjust it because I think people have just been going beyond, and I would say we can keep doing that. Let's keep supporting it. Check out the link if you want to give. I'll say real quick, when I think of Love is Blind, I'm thinking of romance, I'm thinking of love, I'm thinking of, those statements about how we wear those rosa-rote Brille is what we say in German, those rose-red glasses, right? We look at everything through that lovey-dovey honeymoon lens when it comes to love. I've heard good quotes that talk about love is actually not blind, but because it sees more, it chooses to see less. There's cool quotes about that, right? We won't talk now in detail about what love really means because, different people have different definitions, but let me shut up. Let me dive in and let me see what this Knox can do.
Give it time. Somebody could get up, having an existential crisis on an island full of Tylenol. I'm floated in the highlands of Orion's halls. Too many bars, I'm a fucking alcoholic, peeling out like the walls of my apartment, paint falling. Fast forward, I got my shit together now, I think. Got that Charmin 2 apply it to my life, it's time to settle down. You think? Fuck the pigs, eating braised pork belly, sipping wine I can't afford. Wait, my hand can bring me more. I guess I'm washing dishes later. This Crown Royal got me feeling like a king slayer. My corpse rise, I've been in gentrified hell. Just a blue-eyed white walker wandering these winter fells. Can you tell? Fuck these poses and these tellers. Only ever wanna rap for funds. I package you in an NRA hat because you cap with guns.
Okay, hold on. I gotta look up the lyrics because he is spitting one bar after the other, and I am trying to stay on top of this. Oh, snap. What's interesting to me, now, I don't know any of his work, right? This could have been something that he's been doing even before, but a crocodile and alligator in the elevator, that makes me think of, come on. Of Ren's work a little bit, the animal flow and those type of things. I don't know if that was inspired by Ren or a little ode and shout out to Ren. I know these are artists that both inspire and support one another, which is awesome. I don't know, but that could also be something that Knox has been doing, and I don't know because I'm not familiar with his work. But I'm trying to find the lyrics right now so I can keep up because he is spitting one crazy bar after the other. I may just have to put on captions. I can't even. Let me start over. I mean, talking about pig and then pork belly and... Oh, okay, hold on. And the way he moves when the beat switches is dope.
Give it time.
Somebody could get up,
That was dope.
Having an existential crisis on an island full of Tylenol. I'm floated in the highlands.
An island full of Thailand, but it sounded like Tylenol. While I'm floated in the highlands
of Orion's halls. Too many bars, I'm a fucking alcoholic, peeling out like the walls of my apartment paint.
Whoa. Alcoholic peeling out like the walls in my apartment, peeling out, but almost like pill, right? Like when you're an alcoholic and you're struggling with substance abuse, alcohol, pills, but you're peeling out like the walls in an apartment and that paint. So referencing paint that's peeling, like an apartment that's run down and nasty and not being taken care of. And snap, homeboy got bars.
Falling, fast forward, I got my shit together now. I think got that Charmin 2-ply, apply it to my life. It's
Yo, got that Charmin two-player, right? Like Charmin, like toilet paper, 2-ply, right? The levels, the layers. Y'all know toilet paper. Never mind. I'm over here like teacher mode, mom mode. Let me explain the different plies of toilet paper. Yo, oh my gosh.
life is time to settle down. You think? Fuck the pigs, eating braised pork belly, sipping wine I can't afford. Wait, my hand can bring me more. I guess I'm washing dishes later. This Crown Royal got me feeling like
Right, Crown Royal, alcoholic, okay? Having to wash the dishes, he keeps calling for more liquor.
a king slayer. My corpse rise, I've been in gentrified hell. Just a blue-eyed white walker wandering these winter fells. Can you tell? Fuck these poses and these tellers. Only ever wanna rap for funds. I package you in an NRA hat because you cap with guns. You really snapping, huh? Yeah.
That cap is dope.
They say
That cap is dope.
love is blind, huh? Gotta feel it. Love is blind, huh? Gotta feel it. Love is blind.
Okay, y'all, I'm sorry that I'm pausing so much because I hate doing that. I prefer usually listening through really and feeling it, and maybe I'll have to start over all over again in a moment. I don't mean to skip that much. I want to respect the art. But that's really that duality up in here when you're reacting. Same with when you're going to a concert, right? You want to capture some of those memories, but also you're not fully experiencing it when you're not fully present. So it's tricky. Dude got bars. I am impressed. And I have to say, y'all know, since I'm a singer-songwriter, I will also look at more of the melodic elements and the vocal presentation. I like the texture of his voice. I really like, he sounds like he has a pretty big range, but he has a sultry texture, especially in that lower range. Like it sounds rich, it sounds full, it sounds like he can hit some really low notes, but there's a really cool flow to what he's doing. Okay, now I haven't seen all of his abilities when it comes to rap, and maybe there's tracks where he's just spinning like crazy and the cadences are off the charts. Here, because that whole track is more chill and it's got a groovy beat, and I like the composition and those effects and the vocalization in the background. Like it's cool. I dig it. It's catchy, right? But it allows you to kind of fall into that beat. And we're about music and psychology. To me, a beat that is paced at that rate, vocalization in the background, instrumentation that allows you to kind of sway, to me, psychologically, creates room to kind of rock into what he's trying to say, right? There's certain music that will have us at the edge of our seat. Here, what has me at the edge of my seat is the bars. But there is also music that has us at the edge of our seat because it's intense or aggressive and we're like, hyped up emotionally. The flow and the rhythmic elements here allow for me personally to more so fall into a little bit of a swaying rock movement, which is fitting to the idea of a love, right? Which is fitting to the idea of being blind, right? Where you kind of have to slow down and pace yourself to figure out and become more acquainted with your environments and, figure out what's left and what's right and what's up and what's down. So there's this, it really sets the tone, and I dig that. But his bars, I mean, just one after the other. There's so many that I'm missing because it's just happening so fast because he's just flowing from one to the next. And that's what's so impressive. It's like he got one bar and then he'll drop the next one. Then I'm like, I'm still lingering on the pork bellies and the pigs. You know what I'm saying? Or that flow where he's like, I think, and then switches to you think. There's elements of questioning, pondering, a little bit of that limbo of this is love, right? Like I'm good, right? That's just, anyways, I don't want to go too deep. I'm not even halfway through.
Gotta feel it. Killed my first buck when I was 12, though it pained me. It guaranteed my aim, see? I turned 21 and realized that even Sean Taylor can't guarantee your safety. So tread safely. That was a heavy one to start, like my McAllen 15. I keep it neat, I'm writing 16's a quick squeeze. Been in shape, so I'm good. If you say I'm chasing cloud, I'ma get it even with an epidemic all around. You get it? Round? Epidemic? More sucrose in my drink, please. Give me some more sugar for the squeeze. I manage mics like I'm Phil Jackson. I know I'm dope, developed real habits. Rap's my meal ticket, wait till I ticket meals. Twisted in these killing fields. Victims of these wicked deals. Slipping, they gon' give you pills. I run, but they give me steel. Mass graves for this mass appeal. Love is blind, huh? You gotta feel it. Love is blind, huh?
I dig that.
Gotta feel it.
Dinner for one, huh?
Feel this. Excuse me. Can I get another one? Thank you.
Okay. Dinner for one, ending with him asking for another drink, which is kind of what he was, talking about in the beginning, being an alcoholic, needing one more, asking for one more, sitting there with his drink, that candlelight dinner for one, right? Your typical dinner setup, the white tablecloth, the candle, the flower, him and his cap that he distinctively put on in the elevator. I feel like I'm missing a lot because I don't know the guy so much and I don't know his music, right? There could be a storyline here to some of the other songs that are coming out or have come out. He's talking about having an existential crisis on an island full of Thailand. But it also sounded like Tylenol. But the subtitles say Tylenol, I'm floated. In the many bars, I'm an alcoholic, peeling out like the walls in my apartment. Paint falling, fast forward. Now, obviously, I'm butchering the cadences and the rhythmic elements. He rapped these various bars so beautifully, all in this kind of very cool industrial vibe type of restaurant bar. Maybe having to wash the dishes, I can't afford my weight, which is interesting because when we're talking about drinking alcohol and someone is like a lightweight, right? They can't hold their own. Basically, it implies they can't hold their liquor. But when you can hold your liquor, you're not a lightweight, you can handle a lot. But him talking about that he may have to wash the dishes, that's usually that joke about, if you can't pay for something, you're going to have to end up washing dishes in the kitchen to pay off your debt. But here in the context of love being blind and being an alcoholic, trying to apply that to ply, while I try to bring some facts and I try to be holistic and balanced, I'm still going to bring in subjective interpretations because this is art. I'm interpreting art. But to me, when I'm thinking of walkers, zombies, a walking dead man, and he's talking about being a blue-eyed white walker, I do notice that sometimes, especially when you have beige people, I don't like saying black and white because that's not accurate in my opinion. Those are not even really colors. We're all a shade of brown. Fun fact, if you ever want to look into that whole racial issue and all those debates and all that division that the media tries to box us into can easily be dismantled. You just look at a color chart of brown, shade of brown, we're all somewhere on there. Like, trust me, from dark brown to beige, from chocolate to like mocha, it's really cool. But either way, this café con leche, this milk cafe, dulce de leche person here, right, who in America would be described as white, blue-eyed white walker. It makes me think, I find that in rap sometimes that when you have a beige, light-skinned rapper, that sometimes there's these references to that. Now that may not at all be what is meant here, but I just find it interesting because hip hop and rap is initially, more represented in the dark brown community, in the African American community, whatnot. I feel you got to be good to make a spot, to be respected, right? A lot of people respect Eminem because he's a GOAT and he's made his name, right? You got people like NF, like Ren, like Knox Hill, who are really good at what they do, but they really have to be able to put their foot down. Now, obviously, it's a competitive market when it comes to rap and hip hop all around, no matter where you come from, what you look like, because there's so much out there, you have to really be competitive. But Homeboy's doing it. He's got over 1 million subscribers. He's putting out his music consistently. He's doing his reactions. It's awesome. And he's good at what he does. And so I just personally, my mind thinks, okay, I notice sometimes those references to when you are a more light-skinned rapper, right? Trying to make your name. But here, talking about being blue-eyed White Walker, it sounds like he's referring to himself, right? But what does that mean? That's where I'm trying to kind of dive in, and maybe I'm reading way too much in it. But it almost sounds to me like a blue-eyed White Walker. And when it comes to walkers, when it comes to dead people walking, it don't really matter if you're blue or brown-eyed. It don't really matter if you're dark brown or light, fair-skinned, right? Because they're all dead. But still, describing facial features and external features when referring to a walker is interesting. I don't know. I'm probably reading too much into it, but it's just interesting to have that duality here of referring, if he's talking about walkers, as in zombies, as in dead people walking. It's interesting to have that duality of something that is dead inside and outside, technically, but still describing it based on characteristics that actually no longer matter when you're dead. You cap with guns, as in, no cap, like as in you're lying with guns, but also as in when you pop a cap, right? When you're actually shooting somebody. Isn't that a reference here in America when you're talking about that? Turned 21 and realized that even Sean Taylor can't guarantee your safety, so tread safely. Like, even the rhymes, I've said this in my reactions to some of Ren's work and other rappers. When it comes to some of these bars, I really respect when they can not only flow rhythmically, melodically, and it's not just hibbity bibbity bop, shibbity bobbity wop. Y'all know I can't rap, so my examples are always really silly. But I respect when someone can flow melodically and transition in various rhythms and cadences. But then, when you can also bring in literary art, I respect that. So that wordplay here of guarantee your safety, so tread safely, those rhymes here in that literary art is pretty dope. I'm trying to figure out how to interpret the lyrics, how I would interpret them. Love is blind, you got a feeling, and then it talks about, can I have another one? It makes me wonder if there's ways to look at this through the lens of someone who is hurting, right? Popping pills, drinking, wants another one, trying to numb the pain. Maybe it's a reflection on what we do when we're blind to what's really happening around us, right? Because they say love is blind, right? So we love something so much, we care about it so much, that mass appeal, like he says in the end, where something seems to be beautiful, seems to be great, and we're blind to what's really going on. We're numbing the pain, because that's what you do with alcohol, right? But a lot of people, they enjoy the effect beyond just the taste of the drink. And a lot of people use it to numb something, to distract themselves, to feel good for a moment. So having those references, but then having a song titled Love is Blind makes me wonder, what are we talking here? Is this just relational? Is this that internal struggle of wanting to be okay, thinking you're okay, but you're trying to numb something? Really neat. And it's dope. I respect the fact that I'm sitting here going, how can I interpret this? Which is good, because that's art to me, right? When everybody has a different viewpoint and it's not just so black and white. It's not easy to be like, oh yeah, this is what this means. What did you think? Let me know in the comments below, guys. I respect this guy. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet to Knox Hill. And it's been an honor checking out one of his songs now instead of just knowing a little bit about his reactions. Make sure to listen to his new song. Don't only support these artists and these reactors for the content they create, but also the art and the music they're putting out. Make sure to check out his fundraiser. I'll put the link below, his fundraiser for the youth. And yeah, make sure to subscribe to him and support Knox. I will see you on the next ride. Thank you for being part of this journey with me. Make sure to subscribe to this channel too. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you on the next ride. Ayo! Ayo!